lot of fun here today at SHOTBOX, and some of the things that we wanted to show is just some of the different things that you can put in your SHOTBOX to digitize and remember and be able to pass on. And whenever I think of that, I always think about different things in my own life too that I want to pass on to my kids and just be able to share with others. And it's kind of hard to lug all that stuff around. So when I have a good way to capture it digitally, this is where I really feel like the SHOTBOX shines for me and helps me put out these things. So I've been a Boy Scout leader for like 27, 28 years. And a lot of that memorabilia kind of stacks up over years. Not doing that anymore currently, but I thought it's well worth remembering all the great things and trips and adventures that we had. And some of those times we picked up patches, had old books, different things that were passed down to me, as well as just what I was able to utilize. And so I've got a little bit of a patch and award collection here of different things over the years. Pen that I picked up, a wood badge given to me by one of the guys in our squad, and just a lot of memories behind it. So a lot of things that are meaningful to me that I plan on telling and sharing stories with, again, with my family. A couple of things. I come from a humble perspective here with SHOTBOX. I don't profess to be the perfect SHOTBOXer. I'm just a SHOTBOXer like everybody else, and I have a lot of fun with it. But as I set up this shot, a couple of things happen that I want to point out. I've got my camera and everything set up. Even my camera, I'm not a great photographer. I still go to my son to help me out and figure out what I got to do. So you might have to play with settings sometimes on a camera. That's just fine. But I had to go from out of a photo mode to a portrait mode on my phone to be able to get this. And every phone has a name for it or does a different setting for it. But mine had to go to a wider angle shot, be able to capture the whole floor of the SHOTBOX. That's one thing that I noticed. Another thing I noticed, and you may have too already, is why did I not put a backdrop in this set? Yeah, I'm going to have to redo the whole thing. The floor looks great, but some of the things that I could have done better was use maybe an infinity backdrop, which I've got hiding back here. And we've got 4 different colors of these that we share, but it gives that infinity corner in the back so that it doesn't look like there's a corner in the back and layers over the floor and the top. Yeah, I'll be redoing this and putting this in the back, doing something else that way, just so my shot looks better and shows off everything that I want to show off and not just the back of the box. The other things that I could do, we also have hiding over here just some of our backdrop prints that you can use on the floor or the back wall as well. And if I want to be creative, I could probably even figure out how to use them on sidewalls, not that they show up very often. But I plan on kind of experimenting. I want to see what some of these look like in my shot. It's scout stuff. Maybe an outdoor setup will be good. Maybe maybe I go full grass or something that way. But there's a lot of variety, a lot of creativity can go into developing these shots, and we can have a lot more fun with them. So I just bring some of these things out as things that I'll be doing better as I think through my shots a little bit better, and trying to get the best possible setup to help me tell the story.
And we have an example of a shot right here that we'll show on the live stream where you can see that nice background and all of these elements coming together so that you have a really nice picture of all these different objects together.
Yeah, this is great. Of course, I still love my gadgets. I use my other tools. I've got my Bluetooth shutter going, so when my camera's on up here, as I'll wake it back up and get things going. Yeah, got a couple things I got to do. But I can get my shot set, and I don't have to touch my camera. I'm not going to bump that as I take my shot. And I can go ahead and take my shot with my Bluetooth and get that going. So I'm able to just do that hands-free and kind of enjoy and look at what I'm shooting and making sure that I've got that best shot that I want to have. So just a couple of things of note. But I also want to just get in. We've had some people comment and talk with us. Why do we do this? What's the meaning behind it? For me, this is what's the most important thing about what we share and why we digitize things. I could talk about, where did this come from? This just little neckerchief slide made out of some cord. Well, this is wood badge again. Some of the most memorable experiences and training I had to train me as a leader, to help all the young men and work with all the leaders that I worked with over the years, came from this time. It's a little object, but it's funny how we invest so much of our heart and feeling and emotion into the objects that we pick up in those experiences. Little council patch that we would give out to the young men and the leaders as we earn these on our different extended camps. This is the Heart of Scouting patch. I love this patch. I love the award and what it represented, because it was all about turning the scouts and turning young men's hearts to God. And it's inevitable when you teach something that great that your own heart gets affected and your own heart is turned to God. For me, that meant a lot. And so these are the things that stand out to me that I want to remember and pass on. And of course, I can't forget, we've got the Troop 39 there that I had, and we have, of course, the old Goat Patrol. I put a lot of years into earning that one, but I had to get it. But these are the things that are things of the heart that we try to capture and save digitally, so they're preserved and we can pass them on. I don't have to worry that these are going to get lost, that they'll not be able to be passed on. I can save them, I can have redundant storage and save things different places, and I can pass them on. And that's what we're really working towards with SHOTBOX, is saving those memories and saving those things of the heart that matter to us. A lot of uses for SHOTBOX. We'll keep showing more things of how people have used these as we go forward. But we hope you'll find that value and find this a useful tool. And that's it for this little clip here at our SHOTBOX vendor booth at Rootstech.